Hello everybody and welcome to Matt Fry Golf. I'm down at TrueFit Golf Centre today and I'm here to give you the final piece of the Fix Your Slice series. So we've already covered having a face fix, we've already covered having a path fix, and we've already covered how we're going to release the golf club. So now to finish with, we're going to look at how we start the downswing. Quite a common fault that I see in a lot of amateurs that come to me for lessons is as they start their downswings, they got up into an okay position, but straight away, or the first movement, sort of a death move as we see, the right shoulder for the right-handed player is thrown massively out in top, and you will have probably heard the phrase, you know, throwing it over the top or casting it or something along those lines in other videos or things that you've read online. So what we tend to see there, as soon as this move happens where the right shoulder outraces the lower half, we tend to see that the club's then thrown out in front of us, and it can only really come from outside the golf ball and cut across it. Then we learn to hold it and we get that beautiful, lovely little slice shot, which we're going to eradicate. So going to give you a drill for that today, how we're going to get rid of it. And it's more of a feeling drill. It's one of those that you're going to stand maybe at home in the mirror, or you can do it on the range and get the feeling, but you're going to have to practice a few positions and feel some different positions that you may have not felt in the past when you've been making the golf swing. So what you're going to need for this, number one, is an alignment cane. I would recommend wearing a pair of trousers with belt loops on it, because what you're going to have to do is just pop this through here with both pieces of the cane sticking out so you can see them as you're addressing the golf ball. Then what you're going to need is your driver as well. So what we're going to do, we take our normal setup here, we're going to take our grip, get into the posture that we would normally have when we're going to hit a golf shot, when we're going to hit our driver. Then what I want you to do is pick your club up and quite simply put it across your shoulder line, left hand's going on to the right shoulder, right hand onto the left shoulder. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk you through the drill now. We're going to make our normal backswing, so we'll probably see that the driver will move further than the cane on your hips. Ideally, you know, you'd like to see your hips rotate about 45, and then if you could get 90 degrees in your backswing, great. Limitations on flexibility will obviously restrict that. And then what we're going to see here, I'll show you what would happen generally with the paw movement. What we'd see is that we've made this motion now where we've made the backswing, and what we'd see, the first thing, right shoulder's thrown out. So as you can see now, the grip of my golf club is actually out in front of the cane in my hips. So I throw my right shoulder at the lower half's quite static and the shoulders outrace it. So if we were doing that in a swing, we get up here, throws outside, and the club's now coming from the outside, chopping across the golf ball. So what I want you to do, and it's going to take some time, this, it'll be a good one, and once you can get it into place, it's going to feel great for you. You're going to hit some nice straight shots or even little draws. So we're going to make our backswing, and the idea of this drill now, guys, I want you to try and keep your upper half still. And what we're going to do is learn to move the hips. So I want you to get down, so now that we can see the cane is actually out in front of the grip, not vice versa, seeing that we've thrown it over again. So we go up to the top, and we're going to see that we feel, for the right-handed golfer, that we post a little bit into our left hip. And notice as I do this, when I've got this cane in front of the grip, my shoulder plane actually levels a little bit here now, so my right shoulder goes down a little bit. It's not going up and out, it's actually dropping under a little bit. So I let my hips start to move, and we see this cane in front of here, and we get to there. Then what we do from this position, once we've got into here, I want you to carry on and follow through into your full follow through. So let's run through that nice and slowly, and when you are doing this, guys, I want you to do it slowly and feel what's actually going on. So we go up into our backswing, and what we can see here now, when we do it correct, the cane's getting out in front of the hips, meaning that the lower half's active, and then we can get it cleared out of the way and release into the back of the golf ball. If you watch someone like Rory McIlroy, snake hips, absolutely races through the golf ball. Amazing how powerful and quick he rotates, and that's where all his distance comes from. He's got a great kinetic sequence where he works from the ground up and drives into the golf ball, posts into it. He's not just throwing all the power he's created in his backswing over with his right shoulder and losing it all. So we're going to do a few more of those, guys, and what we're looking for, make our backswing, and what we want to see is we start down and feel that we're at impact, that the cane now is in front of your driver, in front of whatever you use. You don't have to use a club, it could be another cane. What we want to see is that the right shoulder is left behind this cane here, so then when we get down into impact, it started to turn, and as you can see here, my hips have cleared out, and as I go through, I'll be able to get into a full release of the golf club. So here's what it would look like once you start making the swing with a driver, with it not across when you're gripping it. So we're going to make the same backswing again, and now we're going to feel that we're not going to start any movement with the hands down. All we're going to do is get that cane into parallel, so it's square onto the target here, into your ball, and then as we start to come down, it's going to clear. Don't try and swing and hit balls doing this, because you will catch and hit here. So I'm not responsible for any of that, guys. So what you want to do again, up to the top, and feel that we start to see this little movement. So the cane is nice and square, the club's still up the top. We're not seeing a shoulder out racing the cane here and chopping across it. Then all you want to do, once you've got used to that, guys, start to have some slower swings, feel it, what it feels like. So then you're going to get into that, let your hips start the downswing, your post into your left leg, let that start your downswing. Now we can see that my hips are square on, my right shoulder's now behind them a little bit, and that means I can drop into the inside of the golf ball with a better face, and we're going to start to see those straighter and drawier shots if we can, guys. So let's give it a go. So we're going to go up to the top, start it with the downswing, with the hips and the downswing, where we post into the left leg, drop it on the inside, give it a rip. Lovely, great one that, bulleted it. So guys, I hope that helps you. Like I say, do these movements. If you've got a mirror behind you when you're practicing, if you go to a range where there's a mirror, or you're at home in the bedroom or something like that, your missus might think you're a bit weird, but it'll be all right. Make sure you can see that, because it'll be very easy to notice what's actually starting the downswing, whether it's a throw of that right shoulder, or is it you're actually posted into the hips and starting there and letting the club come from the inside instead of opposed to throwing it over and getting it from the outside. Guys, I hope this series of Fix Your Slice has helped you. If it has, do comment down below. Is there another series you would like me to do? Is there something to strike your irons better, or help you master your chip shots, or whatever it may be? Do comment down below. I've noticed a lot more people have actually subscribed to the channel, and getting a lot more questions and interaction on social media, so thanks for that, guys. I really do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you've liked it, if it's helped fix your slice, and I'll see you soon with more tips.